Greetings YouTube and welcome to the Dragoon's Den. Today we are doing another episode of Taking a Look. You guys really liked the last one I did, and I happen to have another card I do want to talk about as we head into Abyss Rising. It's one that has been out since Extreme Victory. It's a super rare, and it's actually fairly cheap right now, but it's going to be very good, and that will be Debunk. Alright, so Debunk is a counter trap card that's been out for, I'd say, well, over a year. It was released in Extreme Victory. It's a super rare card, and it might be a little hard to find, but as far as a value card goes, it's actually not that high up, but it will be. And this is why. The card's effect is as follows. Negate the activation of a monster effect that activates in the hand or in the graveyard, then remove that card from play. Very simple, but it's a very good card. It was used a little bit back in order to stop things like Reborn Tengu from activating if you killed it in battle and like other derpy plant-like combos. And it's also very effective in stopping hand traps such as Effect Veiler, Maxi, Gores, and Dragodia. All these cards, they get shut down by Debunk. And it also stops floaters such as like Pulsar Dragon and Sangan from activating because they activate in the graveyard, and Debunk stops that. Now, the reason why this card is starting to get a little of attention, especially in Japan, where you're seeing it in threes and side decks, is it's one of the cards that Mermaid Atlanteans love to have on their side because it allows that deck to answer a lot of things. Hand traps like Gores and Trag, Debunk gets rid of them. What does the deck like to do? It likes to OTK, or it likes to like get hits in, and a Gores and Trag, a well-timed one, will stop this deck from doing its major pushes. Debunk answers that. It also stops Maxi from letting your opponent draw cards off of your combos because, yeah, you stop that. More importantly, though, it's one of the best answers for the mirror match because a lot of the key effects of Mermails and Atlanteans activate either in the hand or in the graveyard, and Debunk stops that stuff. Mermail Abyssalind, Atlantean Dragoons, Marksman, Heavy Arms, all of them get shut off by Debunk. It also stops a Mermail Abyss Megalo from hitting the field from the hand, and while they will be discarding 2 Atlanteans for his cost, and you'll still like lose out advantage-wise, you are stopping them from getting not only a 2400 beater onto the field, but they're not going to get that search off of Megalo Abyss, which means no Abyss Spear to deal with. So, at this point, I would definitely try and pick up some copies. If you're going to run Mermail Atlanteans after Abyss Rising, pick up a playset. Because you want to see this as soon as possible if you end up in that mirror match. And it's just a really good card in general. Other decks, I would try and get copies of 2. If Mermail Atlanteans do very well at YCS Seattle, then I believe Debunk's actually going to go up in value because people will eventually realize that it's a great card for not only that matchup, for a lot of things in general, especially if you can't run Soul Drain, Dimensional Fissure, and Macrocosmos in your decks. If I was a Dragoonity player, I would definitely consider side decking Debunks. That being said, if you have the card right now, I would hold it. Don't get rid of it just yet. It's going to go up in value. I'm pretty certain of that. So I would just wait until next month before even considering getting rid of it. Especially if Mermail Atlanteans continue to do very well as the format goes on, then it will just be an amazing card to have. That being said, if you can find some for cheap, pick them up. They will be good. If not just for Mermail Atlanteans, then for the reasons I just stated. Being able to shut off shit like Maxi and Effect Veiler from ruining your combos is always handy to have. That being said, thank you guys for watching, and until the next time, see ya.